Welcome everyone back to your favorite sports channel, PS2. Today, we're in the heart of Košice on Alžbětina Street for the JBL Jump Fest, one of the most unique open-air athletics events in Europe. And in this video, we've got a thrilling head-to-head showdown in the women's triple jump, featuring Hungary's Napsugár Sütő, Great Britain's Adelaide Omitowoju, and Slovakia's rising star Nela Gabcikova. It's experience versus promise, consistency versus breakthrough potential. And with the crowd right up against the runway, the atmosphere is electric. Stick around till the end for all the drama, big jumps, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to PS2 for more world-class athletics videos. This is 17-year-old Nela Gabčíková from the Slovak Republic. A promising young athlete competing in both the triple and long jump, she holds a personal best of 12.71 meters in the triple jump. Gabčíková doesn't quite get her run-up right and begins her competition with a foul. This is 20-year-old Napsugár Sütő from Hungary. A young talent in both the triple and long jump, she is continuing to build her career at the senior level. Her personal best in the triple jump is 12.24 meters. And Sütő too begins with a foul.
Taking aboard, we still know how successful jump. All three competitors, Nela Gabčíková, and also Napsugár Sütő, cross the board. So hope next one will be more successful. The main favorite, ready on the runway, Adelaide.
This is 25-year-old Adelaide Omitowoju from Great Britain. Ranked among the top 100 triple jumpers in the world, she is an experienced competitor with a strong record. Her personal best in the triple jump is 13.39 meters. Omitowoju charges down the runway with intent, but her timing is off and she oversteps. It's a foul to start. All three athletes open their campaign with a foul, not the start they would have hoped for. Gabčíková is on the runway for her second attempt. Gabčíková gets her run-up right this time and connects well with the board. She lands at 12.09 meters on her second attempt, her first valid mark on the board. Sütő lines up on the runway for her second attempt. Sütő builds momentum on her approach, but she overruns the board and fouls again. That's 2 failed attempts. Still no mark on the board. Her foot was just over the line there.
Omitowoju.
Here comes Omitowoju with her second attempt. Omitowoju looks sharp this time. She hits the board cleanly, flows through the phases with great rhythm, and lands with a solid hop into the sand. That looked like a much better effort.
0-9. How about Omitowoju? Of course, 12-77. So she's taking the lead after second round.
The measurement is in 12.77 meters. A strong response after the foul in round 1.
Go to third round, and it will start currently second, Nela Gabčíková.
Gabčíková eyes the runway ahead as she gets set for her third jump. Gabcikova gets her run-up sorted once again, but doesn't quite connect with full power this time. She completes the phases cleanly and gets a mark on the board. The measurement comes in at 11.89 meters. Not better than her second attempt, but it adds to her series. All eyes on Sütő now as she takes her third attempt. With 2 fouls in a row, she is yet to register a valid jump. And the red flag goes up immediately. It's another misstep. Her foot lands over the board again. That's 3 fouls in a row for her, and still no mark on the board. That was a big foul.
Next attempt we will follow from leader of this competition, representing Great Britain, Adelaide, Omitowoju.
Omitowoju lines up for her third jump. Omitowoju builds good speed on the runway, keeps her phases balanced, and finishes with a solid landing in the pit. The distance comes through, 12.87 meters on her third attempt, her best so far. Gabčíková gets ready for her fourth attempt. Gabčíková attacks the board with confidence. The phases look much cleaner, and she finishes with a decent landing. The measurement comes in at 12.18 meters, her best mark so far. With 3 fouls in a row and still no valid jump in at the halfway mark of the competition, Sütő is clearly struggling here. Another foul. That's 4 in a row now and the pressure is mounting. She hasn't found her rhythm today and time is quickly running out.
Nela Gabcikova, Adelaide, Omitowoju, ktorá zatiaľ vedie za 12,87. Now we will follow the leader with 12,87, representing Great Britain, Adelaide.
Now it's Omitowoju with her fourth jump. Omitowoju drives down the runway with purpose. She connects well with the board and maintains great rhythm through the phases. That's a strong jump. 13.07 meters and her best so far.
Congrats to Adelaide. Thank you for this performance.
Sütő is desperately searching for a valid jump after 4 fouls in a row. She keeps it controlled through the phases and lands safely in the pit. Sütő finally gets a valid jump in with her 5th attempt.
V 5. kole sa dostala na výkon. A to bolo, vidíte, veľmi bezpečne na to išla, dala si poriadny pozor, stratila tam možno aj nejakých 35 cm.
The measurement comes in at 11.60 meters, her first legal jump of the day.
Third, Napsugár Sütő, her first result 11.60.
Now Gabčíková with her 5th jump. The 17-year-old looks composed as she sets off down the runway. The phases are balanced, and she holds her form well through the jump. 12.10 meters for Gabčíková on her fifth attempt. Not quite sure what that was all about. If you've got a clue, drop it in the comments. Omitowoju is on the runway for her fifth attempt. Omitowoju powers down the runway with confidence and connects well through the phases. She lands cleanly in the pit, solid execution all around.
Another excellent jump, but there is one better in 4 rounds.
The mark comes in at 12.94 meters on her fifth attempt. It's another good jump by the British athlete. This is now the final round. One good jump can change everything. First up, it's Sütő. Sütő gives it one last go, but it's a cautious effort. She gets through the phases and lands safely, but without much distance this time.
Napsugár Sütő will definitely finish as third. Je jasné, že bude končiť ako tretia.
The measurement comes in at 11.23 meters on her final attempt. After a spate of fouls early on, Sütő does well to finish with a decent mark on the board.
Nela Gabčíková. A taktiež pozrite sa, chce váš potlesk, tak ju poďme roztlieskať.
Gabčíková stands focused at the top of the runway. One last chance to improve, one last push. You can feel the nerves, but also the determination. Gabčíková powers down the runway and gives it everything on her final jump. She connects well, but the phases don't quite come together as she would have liked. The 17-year-old lands at 11.99 meters to close out her series. Omitowoju stands calm and composed, with her place at the top already secure. This last attempt is just a bonus, but every jump counts. The British athlete simply runs through without taking off. No final mark for her, but she's already done more than enough today. In a competition filled with nerves, fouls, and flashes of brilliance, it's Adelaide Omitowoju who comes out on top. The British athlete put together a solid series, highlighted by her 13.07-meter effort, enough to seal victory here in Košice. Gabčíková showed promise throughout, managing a best of 12.18 meters, while Sütő, after 4 consecutive fouls, finally got on the board late with 11.60 meters. Not the cleanest competition, but a gritty one, with plenty of learning moments for these young jumpers. That's it from us here at PS2. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the action, make sure to subscribe for more jump-by-jump coverage, athlete profiles, and thrilling contests from meets around the world. Catch you in the next one.